time zone that way. There we go. I think we're almost there, YouTube.
Hold on.
We good?
Yeah, we should be good now.
Okay. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Let us know in the comments if you can hear me now. And then I'll cover some of more of the topics that we have coming up.
We should be good now, everyone.
Yeah, someone leaves a comment on one of those.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yes. Darren says yes.
Thank you, Darren. Is that our friend Darren from America?
This is Darren. We're good. We're back.
Yes.
Apologies, everyone. Right, so do we want to do that again?
Let's start from the
Sorry
beginning
for
on that
everyone on Instagram who's going to have to hear this twice, but this is a big deal. This is the biggest event of the year. So if you have to hear it 10 times over, I am more than okay with that.
Guys, take it away, Mom.
Go from the top. Okay,
Yeah.
So starting from the beginning, very special announcement. We are doing the biggest heat printing event of the year. We're doing an online global masterclass. So Styles is hosting. We're going to have speakers from all over the world. We're going to have, like you said, yourself and I are doing it. We've got Josh, we've got Jenna, we've got Kelly, we've got Dave. We've even got Velflex Australia, Ben coming.
Yep.
We've got blank suppliers. So we've got Bella Canvas. I'm assuming it's going to be Sam from Bella Canvas joining us,
Yes.
or someone from them. We've got Gildan Sanmar. Who am I missing? There's another one.
SNS, Audis, so
Lots
many
and lots of
people, and lots more to be announced still as well.
Oh, secrets. Okay, yeah. So big event on the 27th of September. It is going to be online, so you can register now at stylesmasterclass.com. You do have to register to join live. They will be available afterwards, but not live. So if you want to get your questions answered during the masterclasses, they're going to be interactive. You'll
get much more value from the event by joining us live, because you're going to have access to all these speakers, and they're not just going to be speaking at you. The idea of this is to learn from everyone. So there will be some presentations, but it'll be practical help, it'll be business help, and there'll also be panel discussions. So you really get to sort of learn and get the true opinions of some of these, some of the brightest minds in heat printing and blank garments and garment decoration. So it makes sense, because you've got 6 weeks now to kind of schedule your time to be like, look, and to say like 12 o'clock on the 27th, you need to just put tools down. Everyone in your business can learn from this. It's going to be a real growth clinic to give you the best of the best help. So like we said to Instagram, TikTok earlier, it'll be like having like a university education in about 7 or 8 hours. There is no education that you can pay for that will give you as much insight as this masterclass is going to.
Yeah.
So just to kind of cover a few topics, it is a very global event. So we will be covering decoration trends around the world. And this is important because it's always an opportunity to learn from other continents, other markets, see what's going on, because this might be something that they have. You're like, oh, I wish I knew about that. Something I can learn about, something I can apply to my business, something from Australia, something from America, and vice versa. And something from the blank suppliers, like, look, this stuff's going to be coming out. This is things you should be aware of.
Exclusives.
This is where we're seeing a growth through our best customers, so you can learn from that. We're also going to be covering a lot in detail about sustainability. This is something that is a big hot topic at the moment. All of your customers are asking you about it, and if they're not, they will be. So we're going to be getting some of the more sustainable companies to come in and talk about what it really means and what you can actually do. It's very easy to be like, yeah, I'm sustainable.
Yeah, we
or
say
like,
it a lot.
It's a nice idea, but like, what does it really mean?
How do you actually implement it to your business, that kind of thing?
So we're going to be getting stuck into that. We're also going to be having live Q&A elements as well throughout the day. So that means there's anything that's not covered, but you wish you could ask us about, you will have access to all the speakers to talk to. We're going to be doing the updated 2023-24 cost calculation. And I know numbers sometimes can be a little bit boring, but this is one of the most valuable tools you can get. And
we'll make it fun.
Yes, and Josh is the absolute expert on this. So, so many things have changed over the last few years, even the last few months, that actually there's certain things you really need to be considering. And it's always good to have a bit of a refresh and be like, yeah, I really need to think about that when factoring in my costs. Again, more global market trends focused around different sporting ideas, corporate ideas, schools. What is everyone doing and how are they leveraging different markets to grow their business? Because we want to help you all grow your business and be successful. That's the main reason we're picking this on, is to help all of you. We're going to be looking at different pricing models, the pros and cons. Again, so many things have changed over the last few years. So many of you that are new to this, and we see lots of mistakes out there, and we just really want to help. So we're going to be doing a real masterclass on pricing. We're going to do some demonstrations again as well around like when you should use DTG versus DTF versus screen printing, just so you always know the best option to choose when to plug in the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, it's been a popular discussion at the moment.
Absolutely. And also going to be covering heat press basics and comparisons, some productivity ideas, so that we can make sure that you're all using best practice. We know that many of you have been watching us week in, week out for the last year, 18 months, are starting to get things right. But so many of you that are perhaps new to us, there's still so many mistakes that we see being made, and they're really easy things to fix, and it will make you into a super printer. So we're going to cover that as well. We're going to be covering the evolution of heat transfers. So everyone is talking about direct-to-film heat transfers at the moment, but there are so many options for heat transfers, including direct-to-film. It's a fantastic product, especially if you're using Ultracolor Max. But it's choosing what to use when, because there are some other products depending on colors and gradients, Pantone matching,
price point of view,
scalability, to make sure you always know what to use when and what's coming up in the future. Again, we'll be covering lots of blank apparel trends. There'll be lots of specific breakout sessions on this to make sure that you know what's new, what's coming up. We're looking at heat transfer troubleshooting and also how to apply it on difficult fabrics. So any problems that you've got and you're struggling with, either let us know in the comments of this event that we're doing right now, or join us on the day and be like, what about this? What about that? I'm struggling with this. I need some help with that. And we can absolutely help and troubleshoot for you.
The good thing as well is that, like you say, we'll be doing it from the Innovation Centre. So if you do have particular questions on certain garments, we can physically go away, fuse it then and there, see what the problem is, and replicate maybe your environment or show you exactly how to do it correctly, things like that. So,
and we'll be giving you the tips that we've learned from, as a global entity, we deal with the likes of Barcelona Football Club. We deal with the World CrossFit Games a couple of weekends ago, and these are serious volume, pressure environments that we can take that knowledge that we learned from running these events and to give you the best of the best that we've learned from that, so that way you can apply that to your business and really continue to grow and grow and grow. But on top of that, as well as just all these great sessions that will be involved that you can get involved with, there'll be a full immersive virtual experience. So there will be networking available. There will be the chance to have breakout rooms, and there will be the chance to have essentially a trade show online as well. So every single sponsor or partner in this event will be having a trade show booth. So they have all the latest information. They'll have catalogs, they'll have videos, they'll have access to new products that are coming out. And you'll also have the option to talk to them virtually as well, do a meet and greet online as well, to actually have a more of an in-depth conversation with everyone that's involved with this event. So we're really going to give you absolutely everything and make this a true experience, an educational experience, and a full day of events and learning. So there's something for everyone in this.
And you get to do it without leaving your living room
or
your house or your workshop, wherever you are. So
exactly.
Like Andy said, make sure we're giving you plenty of notice. Make sure you plan your work around it, whether that means getting all your stuff done a few days in advance so that you can have a clear head for the day, or whether you get up early and start your work so you're done by 12 and you can sit down and make sure you've got your snacks ready for the whole day. That's the first thing on my agenda for the day. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely massive, as I say, across global, international, everything. So yeah, global masterclass on the 27th of September, stylesmasterclass.com to register. Does anyone have any questions before were you done with your list? Sorry,
okay. Let's go to the questions.
Yeah, we've had a question come in on Facebook. It says, I've got the smaller Styles Max press. I use HTV for bigger designs and I press half and half with no problems. I'm looking to order some transfers from Target. Can I press half and half like the HTV, or should the whole transfer be pressed in one go?
Ideally, I would say it should all be done in one go for best practice. It's not that you can't.
Technically, you can.
Technically, yes, you can, because it's a high quality transfer and it's built to last and last and last. But it's not designed to be done in two presses. It's designed to be done on the full size heat press.
You're probably better off, if you are going to do that, going with cold peel as well, because if you're using Ultracolor Max for that, if you're doing like smaller runs and you're half pressing, it will have cooled by the time the second half of it is done. So that might make your life a bit more difficult, or probably advise if you're going to do it, go with cold peel. I mean, we've sort of done it a little bit before when we've used like bigger things, and like you say, it's not ideal, Like it can be done, but if you're doing volume, it's not a practical way to do things.
No, it can be done. It's the only sort of caveat really is if you're going to be doing it in 2 parts, is that all the kind of wash guarantees that they're all done on a single press. So if you make any mistakes, it will kind of be on you on that one. So I'd always encourage you to use the correct size press if at all possible. I know it's difficult when you as you're growing a business and you've already bought a heat press and it's not always feasible to buy a new heat press. So the best thing to do would be to test. We do a minimum order of 1 anyway, and small runs on 10 even on this screen in the ultra color. So I would buy a small run, test it yourself, wash it yourself at home, see how it goes, and then you'll have the answer. But you could find that out for sort of £20. So it's a very small R&D investment to figure that one out.
Yeah, and also depending on where you are in your business, if you're looking to do more transfers, maybe you're doing more volume now and you don't want to have to weed them. Depending on how many sales you are making per month, you might be ready to get that next press. We've broken it down on the website in terms of price breakdowns and stuff, and it's a lot less than what you think. So maybe depending on how much you are selling each week or each month, over the cost of a year, you probably will be able to afford the 40 by 50, even if it's of the max press that you're currently using. So definitely go ahead and take a look at that. Even if it's something to work towards in the next 6 months, it would be more ideal to have that 40 by 50 size.
And there are finance options available as well, where you could spread the cost over a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they're quite favourable, to be honest. So if it's something that you need help with there as well, don't be a stranger and get in touch either by phone or email to find out a bit more about that too.
Any more?
Yeah, another question on TikTok. This person is interested in going to the event but wants to know how much it costs.
Okay, so the cost of the event is £0. It is a free to register. Anyone can register on stylesmasterclass.com. But I would say that it's really important, if you do register, you should follow through and attend, because you will be kicking yourself, because it could be another year or even 2 years before you get the chance to run another one of these events. For anyone that's watching and listening, I know that some of you have attended Unleash the Colour in 2021, which is the last time that we did a virtual event. But this is going to be even bigger than that event. But people still come to me at trade shows and one-to-ones here and talk to me about how great the Unleash the Colour event was and how they managed to. This is aimed at sort of intermediate and expert level, but if you're starting out, this is great education for you. And so many people went to Unleash the Colour in 2021, which was a virtual event. And many of them were stayed on to 2 a.m. in the morning to make sure they could learn and ask questions. And now they're thriving and have successful businesses off the back of it. So do make sure you follow through with your attendance, because there won't be another education opportunity like this for at least another year.
No, and there's no such thing as knowing too much. Like Andy said, even if you are just starting out, there's going to be things that you will learn that will put you a year to 5 years in advance in terms of your business, rather than just, starting at the very beginning with minimal information. So no such thing as too much knowledge.
This is really exciting. We've had a comment on Instagram from Land of Life Family. They say they've registered, they can't wait, they've got so much to learn, and never stop learning.
No.
Yes.
And that's
to live by.
No,
that's a good quote.
That's it. You really can't stop learning. And I know that I hope none of you are offended when I say that this is aimed at intermediates and experts to grow your business, because I mean that sincerely in a positive way, that because we're always learning, me, myself, Molly and Beth, we're always trying to upskill ourselves from a marketing point of view, from a product point of view. So don't be insulted if I say that you can learn more from this, because I mean that in a sincere way. And that's why we're bringing the best into this, to make sure that it's not a waste of your time. We wouldn't run this event if I thought there was just filler. We could easily cover 2 days, but we know that 1 day is realistic for everyone's attention span.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of planning, a lot of brainstorming, and thought put into the sessions that we are going to be running. It's not just a case of we do our Friday lunchtime lives, we cover a different topic every week, but they're 40 to 50 minutes long, that kind of thing. No, this is a very, very thorough, thought out schedule that will benefit everybody.
Yeah, we've had a question from AGT Leisure. What's the best transfer to press onto textured heavy material, e.g. martial arts uniform?
Oh, I'd probably say ultra.
I would say that, in all honesty, we've used all of our transfers. We have a few martial arts customers actually, and all of our products have been used on that. The main thing is just to test and test and test. It really probably comes down to the weave of the actual martial arts tops. So if you've got a really thick weave, it might be that actually it's more the design that will have more of an impact. So actually thinking like how chunky and how thick the text is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because in terms of the actual material, like cottons, polycottons, nylon, spandex, we can put a transfer onto any material that can take heat. It more comes down to if that weave is really thick, is how the detail will sit on it.
Yeah, if
So
you
get it
on
wrong,
a slight angle and it ends up coming up, that's a good shout.
So let the design pick the transfer and the quantity pick the transfer. So if it's one color, go with a 1 to 5 color option because that'll be fine. If it's going to be multicolored or a gradient, if it's less than 10, go with Ultra Color Max. If it's more than 10, go with Ultra Color.
Yeah, that's everything for now.
Okay. So one of the other things I wanted to cover is that there will be a limited number of event kits. So there obviously will be a big practical element to this in a number of the sessions because we want the best way to learn, we always think, is by actually fusing stuff and being very practical. So one of the things that will be available, there will be a limited run of these, so not everyone will be able to get one, but if you're quick. So sometime next week, there will be kits released that will have like sweatshirts and t-shirts and bags and patches and transfers into it that will be you'll be able to fuse along on the day with. So do make sure you're signed up for, if you're in the UK, the newsletter for Target Transfers, which you can sign up for on targettransfers.com or custom.targettransfers.com to be the first to know about this. Or likewise, if you're in the US, make sure you signed up to the styles.com newsletter so you will be the first person to know about this and to be able to secure yours before everyone else because they will be limited.
I'm going to pre-ask a question that I think a lot of people are going to ask, but if somebody is in the US versus the UK and they both ordered the sample pack, will they be the same?
They will be exactly the same. So the same products will be included and all will be revealed next week, but we'll make sure that it's the same across every single continent. So
no matter who's fusing on the screen.
Who's fusing, everyone gets a chance to be involved with it. So you've got exactly the same product, so you can learn along and test and find out new techniques no matter where you're based.
But you want to make sure to be the first to get them.
Yeah, and the great thing is because all of our transfer systems are uniform across every continent anyway, so it means the same products that you can expect to order in the UK and the US are available everywhere, from screen to Ultra Color Max. So absolutely everything is always available anyway.
I'm excited. It's going to be good. I'm excited to see the sample packs.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet.
They're very good.
I want to know what's in them.
We've got some very nice, colourful stuff involved, and I guess you've got a little bit of a sneak peek on part of what's available. We have lots more stuff included in that as well, and there will be special offers on the day as well. So anyone that's thinking about growing or even starting, there will be some special offers and prizes throughout the day. So if you just to make sure that you get everything, you get fully rewarded for joining in and being part of it. That we'll make sure that it's very worthwhile from that point of view for you as well.
So we're starting at 12.
Starting at 12.
Finishing
late. So it will go into sort of like 11 o'clock, midnight kind of time, because we need to make sure that we cover every single continent so it's fair on everyone. So that's a good amount of UK, pretty favourable for UK people. So make sure that you plan your day accordingly so that you can, if you start at work, you make sure you time it so you can get back home and watch it, or have a word with, if you're the boss, make sure that everyone perhaps finishes at 12 or half 11 to get back home for 12 to make sure they can join in, or make provisions for everyone to have a party together and have a bit of a watch party, and in that way you can discuss ideas and things you learned, or even have the heat press next to you and try it out for yourselves to see for yourself. This
that
sort
will
of
probably be the favourite option, especially if you're a team working in a workshop.
That's it. Get some coffee and some pizza in, and just make a real afternoon and evening of it, and treat this like it's free education. But this is, if you were to go to a business to have this education, because it's a full day like this, you could be looking at £500,000 or more per person. That's how much value we're going to put into the day. So it really is a great opportunity for free education for absolutely everyone that's involved in your business. And it's always good to kind of give them an overview of other parts of the business to make sure they understand it, not just the people that are fusing, but the marketing people, sales people, the admin people, to get a really good idea of how the business works together. We're going to make sure that everyone gets to take something away, and that way you can come out of the event stronger and more productive and more profitable that way as well.
I had a question on YouTube from Ariana. She'd just like to know how to register.
Just stylesmasterclass.com and click on the register button or the registration on the nav bar, and it'll be free for you to join.
That's all we've got for now.
Okay.
Is there anything else you wanted to cover in terms of the event before we?
I think that's it, really. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware we're really excited to bring you this education day. It's free education day. Registration is open today, so you'll be the first to join in.
Yeah, we should have said that at the beginning.
Yeah, so
you can now register.
And it's just to can I remind you, it's Wednesday, 27th of September. So you've got plenty of time to plan. Do let us know ahead of time anything you'd like to see at the event above and beyond what is on the schedule. Because if we can, we'll try and factor into either Q&A sessions or just into the event in general. And do keep checking back, because we're going to be announcing more and more stuff every single week to give you an idea of some of the extra special guests that we have planned for you to learn from and thrive from as a business.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, following on all the social accounts. Like Andy said, register for the newsletter, and you'll be the first to know about anything and everything for the Global Masterclass.
We have just had a last minute comment.
Okay, go for it.
This person would like to know if they'll get a chance to chat to the exhibitors.
Yes,
they will indeed.
So when you'll on the day, you'll go into a special exhibition zone, and in this exhibition zone there will be an expo area. So imagine it's like going to printwear promotion or a trade show like you'd normally expect, because obviously you want to make sure you have the chance to have the opportunity to connect with the exhibitors. So it means that you can go onto an exhibition. You go onto the exhibition page, and all the exhibitors will have a special area on that. You click on the area, you can go in and you can see all the information they have for you, and they will also have the option to video chat with them. So if they're free, they will find time, and everyone will be able to find time for you. So if you want to know something really specific about a product, or you want them to show you something, even just online, you can click request a chat, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you, network with you, pass contact details so you can get the best contact in your area. So that way you can build a partnership with the people that attend the event, the other exhibitors, and the other attendees. If you want to, even if you want to learn from other attendees, there will be networking areas which you can choose to go in, and you can see what interests other people have, and perhaps connect with peers or people who are in the same industry that you'd love to just learn more from, people who are in exactly the same position as you as well.
Maybe they've figured out something that you're having a problem with, and they can help you out with it, things like that. Every opportunity is available.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, that's everything then. So don't forget, head to stylesmasterclass.com now and be the first to be a part of it. If you're registering today, leave a comment or send us a DM to let us know that you've registered. We'd love to hear
and
who's
where from as
attending.
well. We'd love to see how far across the UK we can get all of our registrants to cover.
But this will be the biggest virtual event for garment decorating, and particularly anyone that's doing apparel decoration on demand. This is essential learning for you. I can't really stress that enough. This will be the biggest event and the most valuable event to your business of the year. Okay, well, and if you've got no more questions, I'll wish everyone a fantastic weekend then.
And we'll see you all next week.
See you next week.